Good evening. A school bus driver in Washington is getting national attention for erratic behavior.
She drove a school bus. It was full of kids. She was ranting, allegedly under the influence. It was one of those young passengers who called 911 for help.
No, whoa, no! You have potential!
According to a police report, 48-year-old Catherine Macaron took a preliminary breathalyzer test, registering a blood alcohol level double the legal limit for bus drivers.
Well, that video is not easy to watch, but it brings up the issue: just how do school districts decide who is fit to drive a bus full of kids? South Bureau Chief Drew Mikkelsen got some answers today.
You're not going to be a police officer down in L.A.?
After being arrested, Longview school bus driver Catherine Macaron resigned.
No!
Long before she ever got behind the wheel of a school bus, she needed to pass a criminal background check, training, and a special commercial driver license, a CDL, the same kind semi-truck drivers need. To get a school bus driver CDL, applicants must have a license that's been valid for 5 years and during that time not have any serious charges like driving under the influence or hit and runs. They need to submit a medical record, take a licensed school bus driving course, and pass a special state driving test. A traditional CDL will last a driver 6 years, but school bus drivers need to be retrained before the start of every school year. And regardless of what may have happened down in Longview, at districts like North Thurston here in Lacey, they're able to take additional measures to increase screenings.
They basically just grab their keys off the wall and walk back out the door.
3 years ago, North Thurston schools moved the school bus keys behind a window and counter in the office.
That way they were having a face-to-face interaction each and every time they come and they get their keys.
Later this week, Assistant Director of Transportation Deanna Maddox and 3 other administrators will be trained on how to spot impairment before sending drivers out on the road, something planned long before the Longview incident.
Whether it be, something with a situation of under the influence, medical, or sometimes we actually have drivers who just come in who are feeling under the weather, and if we determine, that they may not be safe enough to drive, we'll send them home.
Our bus driver, Catherine, she was drunk.
Back in Longview, they're going to start requiring drivers to have face-to-face meetings with office staffers before their routes and before potentially putting students in danger. Drew Mikkelsen, King 5 News.
Well, federal law requires school bus drivers face random drug and alcohol tests. The state superintendent's office says following the Longview incident, the state might look at recommending all districts have face-to-face interactions with drivers before allowing them to head out on school bus routes.